ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. We'll start with Layla.
Thank you, Brian. I feel like I'm a good 8 today. I did my hair. It's cute.
She nice. She nice.
9.
She definitely not. The one before, no. The first girl looked better than that. No offense, but definitely not.
I'd say today 8.
I'm a 10.
Oh my fucking gosh. She's like, what? She looked at them like, why y'all ain't say y'all were 10s?
I'd say today 8.
I'm a 10.
And then she looked at them.
7.
Okay.
Like 6, 7.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
I'm rating myself.
Yeah.
6.5.
No, you're
No,
10.
you're more than
fine.
you're more than
Like,
that.
come on.
I give myself a 6. So wait, 8, 9, 8, 10, 7, 6.
You two need to up it a little more. You guys are definitely more than what you said. Like, I'd say 9, 10.
So we have a 10 here. We've got a 10.
Here we go.
So you're on par with the most beautiful women. There's no woman who's more beautiful than you?
No, I mean, you asked me to rate myself, so that's how I personally feel about myself. So, like, that can vary. Like, someone can think I'm a 1, someone can think I'm in a million, but you asked for my personal opinion on myself, and that's what I think.
Well,
I agree with that.
Your physical appearance is based in, like, an external reality. Like, because someone looks at you, that's how you look to the external world. How you feel about it inside doesn't, your perception of yourself does not determine how other people see you in the world.
Well, I think of it like you can show a staged room to 10 different people, and they're all going to have different opinions on if that room looks good or not. The person that staged it is going to think that the room is fucking amazing, but someone else that did not stage the room could be like, I fucking hate the wall color, everything about this room is atrocious.
Okay, so in any case, your own self-perception, because typically, like, at least for, I'd say a lot of people, they do take into account their assessment of how generally other people might
Yo, what is good with
perceive.
this girl in the back, bro? Is she on, like, liquid gas ass? What is she doing?
It's atrocious.
She's tweaking.
Okay, so in any case, your own self-perception, because typically, like, at least for, I'd say a lot of people, they do take into account their assessment of
Am I tripping? Ain't no way.
how generally other people might perceive them when it comes to the
Wait, oh, she's copying what he's saying. How the hell she know what he's saying?
their own physical attractiveness. But for you,
What the Bro, am I tripping?
people might perceive them when it comes to their own physical attractiveness. But for you, your
How does she know what he's-
self-perception is that when it comes to your looks, your physical appearance, you consider yourself to be a 10.
Right. To
What the
myself.
Okay.
What the Bro, what the fuck is happening?
Do you think that all women should view themselves that way, as 10s?
Frankly, I do, and I agree with what you were saying. Like, you guys are also 10s. Like, y'all are, every woman on this cast right now is drop dead stunning. So you should see that in yourself and value
Ryan,
yourself
that's
for
not
what you
funny.
truly
Sorry.
are.
Keep going.
That was it.
No, Layla was.
So, Brian, that's
I ain't
fine.
gonna lie, straight to the bottom. The one in the black is the baddest one, and that other girl in the corner is bad too.
Well, okay, so what do you think all men should be 10s? Should view themselves as 10s?
Sure. Yeah, I feel like self-confidence is key. So, like, if you think, like, you said that you're a 6.
Mhm.
So, like, obviously, and again, it's subjective. So if you're thinking, like, what anyone can think, sure. But,
Sure.
like, you as just yourself and an individual, when you're in the bathroom by yourself looking in the mirror, you should look at yourself and think that you're a 10.
That's delusional.
Why?
I think you're
because
10,
you
Brian.
love yourself. I mean, you
No,
have
I
to look
don't
at
think
yourself
that's
every fucking
delusional.
day.
I
like,
think
you might
that's
as well
healthy
like
mindset.
Well,
you know?
okay, well, I'll explain to you first. I mean, okay, so I have the definition of delusional here. So delusional is characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality that are held.
Yo, what is this fucking ventriloquist they have behind? What is this? Is that an AI, bro? What is happening? Like,
Despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary, typically as a symptom of a mental condition, or
But you're saying
having
that-
false or unrealistic beliefs or opinions based on or having faulty judgment mistaken.
Right, but
Question
you're
is-
calling me delusional on a question that you asked that's completely subjective. So I don't
Well, no,
understand
I said
how-
if I thought I was a 10, that would be delusional.
She, Baddie.
Because why? Because you don't like
What-
yourself? Or you think...
No, it just would be delusional. I am
Why?
not on par with the most beautiful and physically attractive men in the world.
Well, people have different types.
That's not me
That's what I'm
being.
saying.
Exactly.
That's your opinion.
That's not me being insecure or
No,
like
but
having
people
low
have-
self-esteem. That's me being living in reality.
Some
Okay,
people
but
don't
the
want bodybuilders.
I'm not getting modeling contracts. Like, it is what it is. I'm not upset that this is my physical representation in this earthly plane. Like, it just is what it is.
But the question that you asked is completely subjective. So you're giving a really realist response to a completely subjective question.
So
But
you think
there is objectivity when it comes to physical beauty.
But like okay, if we each individually went and rated each other on
I s- I
the
s-
panel,
I see
we're all
both
gonna
sides, though.
say different numbers for different people because of our own biases and preferences, correct?
Perhaps,
I think it's going to
but
be
if
around
you,
the same range.
but if we lined up 1,000 men and 1,000 women, you would start seeing patterns. Like if you had to like sort them by most attractive to least attractive, you would see there could be like, oh, this person's 972, this other person put them at 900. But you will start seeing general trend towards there is to some degree consensus over who's the most attractive and who's the least attractive.
Sure. But again, you asked me for my opinion on myself, and I gave that to you.
And I feel like when you're rating yourself, like you are your own best advocate. So like, if
Well, that's
when
just
you're-
that's
no,
hubris.
But no, it's
That's
not
pride.
because it's like physical traits are subjective. Like I totally agree. Like someone can think that like a thicker body is attractive, and someone can think that
Can
a
we-
therner body is more attractive.
I think the
person
question
that
that
was
you have to
having-
ask, Brian, is what would you think the world would rate you as?
Yeah.
But I think that, I get what you're saying,
That
and I
question
agree with
would-
you, but
would
I also
be-
think that those two questions ought to kind of be the same
They're the same.
thing.
Oh,
They
no, I'm
should be
agreeing
the
with you.
same.
I think
But
the same
they're
thing.
not.
But
There's
just for
what
other
you rate
people,
yourself,
just-
yeah, and what does the world rate you? Like she said,
I
if
mean-
you're asking us to see what does
Yeah, but-
everybody else's governance of attractiveness mean to us,
No
then
one's really
that's a
gonna
different
know.
question.
yeah.
But it's kind of the same. It is
No,
a bit
if you
the same.
ask like what on average I've been rated by people that have rated me, I would say that I'm anywhere between a 7 and an 8.
Right, we would give
would
different
you,
numbers.
but here's the question though.
So
would
then you're
you,
between a
hold on. Would you disagree with their assessment?
It depends. I've had people that do not find me attractive whatsoever, and people that think that I'm the most attractive person that they've ever met.
Stop.
You were like, it's kind of the same.
He said stop.
The two questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of the same.
So you think people should factor in like everybody else's standards with our own to be real with ourselves? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I do think the two questions are like, they're very much linked. Because, okay, I could sit here and think that I have $1 million in my bank account, but if the bank institution says I have $100, however I feel about it or not, there's just like, I only have $100.
Yeah, but that's tangible. That's something you can hold.
Exactly.
Physical
Yeah,
attraction is not
but your
tangible.
face, your body is something that is also tangible.
But everyone has different opinions on what is top tier attractiveness.
Right, and so there could be some people have different things that they prefer. But I mean,
Exactly.
I think
So,
when we're talking about the peak levels of physical attractiveness, like if we're talking about that upper, like 10s, for example, someone who's a 10, we are talking about some like the pinnacle of beauty.
Right, but what I'm saying
And
is
that's what-
everyone else's pinnacle of beauty is subjective to them. So if you're asking us to rate ourselves, every single person's standards of beauty is going to be completely different. So like when we rate ourselves, we have individual standards of beauty that nobody else has. And like you can't really compare
Well, it's very
a viewing
convenient.
perspective of it towards someone who experiences it.
Well, it's very convenient that it happens to be the case that for a lot of people, and it seems to be more so women than men, that they seem to hold themselves to being 10s.
For
So
me, I
why
feel like
do
it'd be
men
the
devalue
opposite.
themselves? Why can't men see
Because
themselves
men
as
have
That
to-
seems
as
like a
well?
self-esteem issue
Because
for
men
yeah.
have to operate in reality. We can't be delusional. Like, we can't sit here and be
Maybe
like,
it would be
I'm a
healthy.
fucking 10.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I think a lot of times people's your friends and stuff will kind of provoke you to think a certain way, or they'll hype you up and gas. Like just before, the girl was like, "I think you guys are all 10s. You guys are all 10s." I mean, there's nothing wrong with thinking you're a 10, but I mean, I get where he's coming from. He's trying to make it seem like I want you to look at it from the outside world perspective. But if you ask someone that question, they're not gonna factor in the outside world perspective. I mean, most guys would. I know me. Typically, I would, but at the same time, I don't really care what people think or what the outside world would view me as. But if I want to factor that in, I still could. So
You have, and also I think it's because both men and also women gas up other women. Look at a girl's Instagram profile, even
Just
like a
said
girl
that.
who's not on social media, a girl who's like just some regular college girl
And
who's
they'll
an
hype them up.
average looking girl. All her friends are in her fucking thing saying you're a slay queen, you're beautiful.
I literally
Like,
just said that. That's
you
crazy.
you women look.
I mean,
You gas each other up. Like,
Facts.
you know what's actually interesting? One of the differences between men and women is that men will like kind of like mess with each other in person and then
Yeah.
praise each other in private. And I think
Yeah.
it's the opposite. Women will praise other women
In
publicly
public,
and then
in private
talk shit about them in private.
100,000. That's a fact.
So, yeah, I just think women are gassing up other women, and then also simps too. A lot of simps. It's not just I'm
Oh, yeah.
blaming it on men too. A lot of simps are going to gas
Oh,
up a
yeah.
lot of women.
They
They're
pay
fucking
money.
Beautiful. Plus the amount of sexual attention that an average woman can get is fucking insane. So of course a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
women think they're tens because a lot of men want to fuck them. Doesn't mean they want to be in a relationship though.
Facts.
seems like men are the horny sluts here.
Well, look, you take like an average
When the fuck was that even a part of the equation of? When did he talk about horny sluts, bro? Like that wasn't even a part of it.
girl, put her on Tinder, she has the equivalent sexual optionality as a top tier male celebrity, professional athlete, musician, actor. Average girl has the equivalent sexual pull of, like, it's insane.
Again, it seems like men are the horn dogs here.
Oh my god,
Layla, can you, if
that's so irrelevant to like.
you're just going to be checked out, just
Dude,
go
I'm not
sit on the
checked out.
couch.
I'm not. I'm listening. I'm just like looking at my fingers while I'm listening.
Okay. Go ahead. Go
I like her. She nice.
ahead, Molly.
I mean, that's it. Like, the way you're describing it, saying that, like, men are simps and, like, a woman has the sexual pull of, like, an average woman has sexual pull of, like, any actress or whatever. Like,
Of top,
Like-
an average woman has the equivalent sexual optionality of a famous movie star.
so you're
actor.
saying that men, back to the supply and demand, men
Bro, why don't none of these girls have their nails done, bro? It's disappointing.
are demanding the sex from average women, and they are so horny that, like, they would
Oh my
fuck
God.
the
But they wouldn't
average
marry
woman.
them.
Right.
Did you know that most of the time females want it more than guys, bro? Females want it more than guys a lot of the time. People just don't say that. It's true.
But this.
But, like, there's
We just act on it a different way. Girls are more quiet and docile about it.
so horny for that they create the supply, because women, obviously, if they're gonna benefit, like, if they can benefit from these simps and these men, like, fawning over
Yeah,
them,
but
they're going
don't
to.
confuse sexual attention for relationship attention and marriage attention. Just because a guy wants to sleep with you doesn't mean that he wants to pursue
I think
anything
it goes
else.
into marriage attention as well.
Having sex?
Yeah.
100%. Don't you have
So
sex
you
with
think
your
every
mate?
single
Sex
man
with
that has ever
literally
had
any
sex
female.
with you wants to marry?
100. I think
Anything
it goes
else.
into marriage attention as well.
Just because a guy wants to sleep with you doesn't mean that he wants to pursue
I think
anything
it goes
else.
into marriage attention as well.
Having sex?
Yeah.
100%. Don't you have
So
sex
you
with
think
your
every
mate?
single
sex
man
with
that has ever
literally
had
any
sex
female.
with you wants to marry you?
That's the
That's
issue with
not what
women.
I'm saying.
Like,
That's what
women
you
view
just-
sex as
no.
commitment, whereas men view it as the
Yeah,
opposite.
exactly.
A man has to commit to you first. Like, no, a man will have sex with you, but he'll commit to you way later once he realizes you're worth that. A woman will have sex with a man in hopes he's gonna make her his girlfriend.
But see, that's what I think is so empowering about porn is I have enough fun sex in my life that I don't need to get my value from a man who, like, may or may not marry me one day based off my body count.
And that goes back into what they were arguing with you about earlier, where you were just so confused about leaving that to one person, and you were like,
She
that's
ain't
perverted to
paying
have
attention.
to leave intimacy to one person when
That's
it's like
not what I said.
you literally
Yeah, you
said it
did
was
that.
perverted
You said
to
it's
leave
perverted to-
intimacy
yeah.
with one person.
I think it's no, I said it's perverted to look at.
Charlotte look like a vampire in the middle on the cool. I want to left like like the evil cousin or evil like sister or some shit. That's what she looked like. They both look like they just toxic mess, hot mess.
My body to say that there's
that
only
your,
stuff
that your
that I
job was
reserve.
you
I
said
wouldn't
it
know, though.
was wrong to
Just saying.
over sexualize what you do for work, right?
Yeah, I
When
think
you have
when you're
sex
looking
for
at me
work.
as a person and taking myself out of the
It's
like
okay to
porn
want to
thing.
be treated like a person.
Yeah, it is 100%.
No, but I'm saying,
What
do
are
you see
gonna
the
say?
logical fallacy? You're
are
wanting
you
to
trying to
not
say?
over sexualize something you do literally for work.
No,
which
she's
is
just
sex.
logically
What are you trying
saying
to
treat
say?
me like a human.
I wanted to ask because I keep hearing this get brought up, so I wanted to like play devil's advocate, but I keep hearing the word marriage getting thrown out there and like how your not value, but like all of this has to do whether or not someone will marry you. Why is that the basis?
you wanna
of the
die alone?
Let me finish. Why is that the basis of the conversation when most
Let me
marriages
finish.
these days end in divorce? That seems like a very feeble line
And that's
to
a
base
problem
people's
nowadays.
worth on.
Well, I'll
because
tell you
anyone
why-
can go get married.
I'll tell you why right now, because
And that's the
all three
problem.
of you said
People
you wanted to
think
be
they
married and
can
have
just-
children.
I
So
didn't
it
say
matters.
actually.
For
I didn't say that
real.
actually.
Like later.
Literally.
Like,
Way
I'm sure you guys
later.
don't have to have multiple baby daddies. Is that right?
I actually don't want kids, nor do I want to get married.
Okay, so
Alright,
then
cool.
you're out
Someone
of
who
the
is-
equation.
has
So we're
a
talking
level-
about
do
the
you want a
majority.
long-term partner?
It depends.
Okay.
You want to just okay, hold on.
Grid One Motorsports donated $69. Bricks and Sundays panel was awesome. No 304s. Tonight the if/prawn girls has been a bunch of circular arguments of them trying to defend the lack of morals.
Oh.
Shockingly, Layla has been the least horrid, just needy. I weep for the youth.
Oh,
Thank you,
kids.
Grid One Motorsports, for the $69.
You're the least
And
horrid.
I thank you for saying I'm the least horrid, and I can agree that I am pretty needy. So
Yeah, Grid
Sorry.
One Sports. I am probably. I mean, I'm.
he's donated a lot tonight.
Yeah, thank you, man. Really appreciate your patronage. What his comment was essentially just about Sunday's
It was
panel
a
is
good
awesome.
podcast.
I am like I've said this last show. I'm attempting to phase out bringing on women who do OnlyFans and who are in the adult entertainment industry. But
Rude.
huh?
Rude.
It is what it is. You guys have, not you guys, but like most of the women that have caused us major headaches on the show were women in the adult entertainment industry.
I
Like
think we're fine
vile.
now.
I
You
think
guys
we're
are cool.
good.
You guys are cool. I don't want to
Yeah.
paint with a broad brush, but it has been repeated patterns of typically women who are in the adult industry are the ones that cause us the biggest fucking headaches, the ones that flake, the ones that are rude, the ones that no show, the
Was-
ones that
Butler donated $69. Layla is checked out, contemplating how much her Valtrex prescription is going to cost.
Wait, what is
I'll
Valtrex?
save you the effort. 21 tablets is $79.49.
So with or without
Years may
insurance?
go by without
guy
the
a
first outbreak, but
pharmacist?
once it happens, it's every time you're stressed, sleep deprived, et.
whoo.
Interesting.